Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Power Up with Pride Winter Pride 2022. We are here with Metroid Fusion. This is a randomizer race between Jagger and Autumn Out of Habit. We are very, very excited for this race. We are going to have Dragon Fangs as our commentator. Would you mind introducing this race to our wonderful audience out there?
Sure. Hello. This is going to be a race of the Metroid Fusion Randomizer, which is relatively new. It was made like last year. Do you guys remember? It was somewhere around there, and it kind of blew up. We have a Discord server for it, and it's been we've had last July.
I think so.
That seems longer than I thought, but yeah. It's kind of blown. We had 2 tournaments running in this randomizer so far, and it's a lot of fun. And Autumn Out of Habit and JaggerG are 2 of our best runners. Among the, I say top 5. Jagger just got knocked out from the current tournament by Autumn.
Yeah, we are, I believe, 1st and 3rd seed in the tournament.
Yes,
that is right.
These are the higher echelon of our randomizer scene. So you're in for a good time.
I hear Jagger wants a little bit of revenge.
All right, well, are y'all ready to get started then?
Yep.
Who would you like to count you in?
Dragon Fangs do it.
I can do the countdown. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
So I'll do from 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Gonna take a second for the stream delay to catch up. So okay, my name is Dragon Fangs. You might know me if you follow GB Metroid speedrunning in general. I do tool assisted runs and such things. But you might also wonder how a randomizer of Metroid Fusion would work, since Fusion is famously very linear and has Adam just telling you where to go all the time. But they've managed to open it up really, really well. But starting off, you do have to run to the singular one item you are able to get to, which is what usually would be the normal missiles. In the randomizer, this has the option of being a couple of different things. It can be any missile upgrade. It can be speed booster, or it can be morph ball. Well, speed booster and morph ball lets you access the sectors, while missiles let you access what would normally be the first boss. So if chat wants to gamble a bit, you're free to take a guess at what the first upgrade is going to be. I see Autumn getting here very soon. Oh, it looks like a missile upgrade at least. Ice missiles, okay. So the different missile upgrades have various damages they can do. Most of them do 10, ice missiles do 10, but you can have the really awkward start of diffusion missiles, which only deal half the damage of a normal missiles. It is really obnoxious to have at least. But ice missiles let you break this panel and go through. This is what you would normally do in a normal fusion game, except you would have normal missiles and not the freezing kind. Just checking some items. There is also a bug in the current randomizer logic that makes it almost impossible to have any kind of major upgrade on a boss fight. Which is a bit sad, but because it is like it is, we are likely not going to see our runners fighting any bosses unless they are forced to do so. There's a hidden check up at the top, bottom grabbing. grabbing Morph. Yeah, so you need Morph Ball to exit this area. Otherwise, this would be a soft lock. Yes, Autumn is also famous for never ever fighting Zaris, even if it is a smart decision. But in this current version of Randomizer, it pretty much never is, so she's correct on that front for now. So yeah, as expected, both runners just skip fighting in the boss because it is very unlikely to actually have anything useful. And once you have Morph, you're free to just roll out of the room and ignore the fight completely. They're going to go towards the sectors. In this version of the randomizer, we also have a sector shuffle, which moves all the sectors around. I only see Autumn picking up charge. Charge beam is really useful, so it improves your firepower of your normal beam by quite a significant bit. It is in normal fusion speedrunning, it is one of the most overpowered items you can get. The game changes a lot once you grab it. But yes, so the sectors are shuffled around. Their normal locations are not the usual ones. So you will usually start with sector 1 or 2 in the normal game. Oh, interesting. Jagger doesn't even check what the item next to the elevator is. Yes, but in this case, it's moving around. So you're starting with sector 6 and sector 2 here, and both the runners going into different sectors to start out. That's an interesting choice. I'm not really sure why Jagger... Yeah. Jagger can't really grab anything in Sector 6 with his current layout, so I think that was a mistake on his part. A small blip. Yeah, Autumn going into Sector 2. Sector 2 has the first set of security doors you can open, which is the blue doors. Oh, and Autumn can see that there's a major item on the other side of this enemy. This is a really tight wall jump Autumn is trying to do. You need to wall jump above the enemy and then turn around. I think it's almost frame perfect to turn around in order to get knocked to the left. And of course, both of them decide to do this. This is not required by the logic. So even if this ends up being a case, there's... Oh, Jagger gets it very quickly. And grabs well-earned high jump. Also, they have ice missiles. Good job, Autumn. It is really, really hard, though. So good job on Jagger on pulling that off. Oh, Autumn deciding... Oh, she's going to save or refill. Yeah, that's fair. Well, Jagger is going to open the blue doors. So the goal of the randomizer is to obviously beat the final boss. But the final boss, the SAX, spawns in the one of the very early rooms of the game where they got the ice missiles in this case. And the boss spawns once you've opened level 4 doors, the red doors. And once you have a charge and plasma beam, which are required to even damage the boss in the first place. And when you have either a jump item, so either high jump or space jump, because otherwise you can't reach the top door to actually finish the game afterward. So those are the go mode items we're going to be looking for. Jagger checking the data room in sector 2. Oh, that's power bombs. Power bombs are an interesting item to get early. They open up a lot of checks. So by getting an early set of power bombs, you now have a very sprawling place to go. A lot of different choices you can make. And Jagger, with high jump and power bombs, decides to go into lower sector 2. This is an interesting play. Oh yes, a scary thing with power bombs, and if you have power bombs and not normal bombs, is that it's very easy. I'm not going to say very easy, but it is definitely possible to run out of power bombs. And you can soft lock a couple of different spots if you don't keep track of your power bomb count. Autumn also deciding to go into lower sector 2 right away.
Bang, let me know when is a good time to read some donations.
Oh, you can go ahead right now if you want.
Right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fantastic. So we received $52 from non-binary code saying, "Oh, I see someone had the same idea as me. So now back to save those poor animals. Fast rights, speedrunning rights, and as always, trans rights." So thank you so much. That went to saving the animals. LZ Moto also donated $50 to save the gap, make it more competitive, save those animals. So as we sit right now, it is $212 to save the animals, $161 to kill the animals. So we've definitely taken a nice little lead there. But as we know, there is no such thing as a cushy lead. And chat, to let you know about the cutoff for this bid war. This bid war will be cut off once whenever our first runner hits go mode. So you only have so long to be able to keep up with this. We also, in the middle of all of that, received $100 from Unico, who says, "Happy Winter Pride to all, stay cozy, and best of luck to all runners, heart." Which went to unlocking our finale game. Thank you all so much for all the wonderful donations. Please keep them coming, and let's raise a lot of money for the Trevor Project for this Winter Pride event. Thank you all so much.
And in the race, we saw Jagger run close to Zasabi, which is the major boss in the Sector 2 area. Checked the item route outside and then decided not to fight the boss, since, as previously mentioned, it is very unlikely for it to have anything useful. Meanwhile, Autumn found super missiles above Tori, which are really never required, but are really, really handy power upgrade. They, at this point, tripled her missile damage. Oh, and Jagger found Plasma. That's really big. That's a weird location for Plasma too. Plasma is one of the Go mode items. It is also a significant increase in your firepower. Was that a smooth clip from Jagger? I was barely paying attention. Did he like clip out of the the wall? Looks like he did. Yeah, so both runners still staying around in Sector 2. Oh, Autumn is save scumming. Interesting. So she went up to save at the start of Sector 2 so that she could go down and look at the items in lower Sector 2, and then if they were not something she was looking for, she could just reset the save. She's still okay. She's still going back down there to check these items. Jagger is fishing for a red X. Oh, is Jagger locked? Jagger has run out of power bombs. I think he needs a bomb to get out of this area. I'm not even sure these enemies can drop red X. It's specifically a red X you need in order to refill power bombs. If he can't get a power bomb, this is very unfortunate. Is there a good way to fix this? There's like a refill station. There's a refill station at the like closer to Notori, but I don't think he can get there. Ah, that's a good call, Nico. He could go down to the I door at Sasabi and kill that. That's a guaranteed red X. And that's not too far. I think that would actually be the best way to get out of this, but we'll see how long he can keep this up. He did not kill the door. Meanwhile, Autumn resetting once again. Still not finding anything she wants to have. But now Autumn is gonna go into Ripper Tower and find her plasma beam. And Autumn does have enough power bombs to get out, so if Jagger doesn't get his power bomb soon, Autumn is gonna overtake. Oh man, this is it's unfortunate for Jagger. Like, I'm not even sure these enemies can give red access. Maybe all of them can give reds, I'm not sure. He really just needs to go and kill the Idor. And that's now Autumn in the lead. Like, at this point, I'm thinking it might have even been better for Jagger to just reset previous save. What is Autumn doing? She wanted to check that item. Oh yeah, this bomb block doesn't respawn, so she was safe to do that. What was the last of Jagger's save? Start of Sector 2. I mean, at least maybe he remembers that he has ice missiles this time. No, he doesn't. He's gonna do the cargo jump again. Okay. If nothing else, he knows what all of the items in Sector 2 are, so he should know he only wants to grab the power bombs and then plasma beam and then leave, so he doesn't have to do the entire Sector 2 loop. Meanwhile, Autumn going into Sector 6. With power bombs, you can destroy the vine at the start here, so she could, in theory, explore all of Sector 6, I think. But it's really scary to go into Sector 6 without the Varia suit, because there are the frozen blue X's in this area, which do a lot of damage. I think one of them does like 82 damage. I'll drag it in the cargo jump again. And just like last time, it was not necessary to continue, but good job. Oh, Autumn fighting Speed Booster. Speed Booster is a very, very important item. It is most of the time required in order to get down to lower Sector 4 and unlock red doors. And also unlock, like, having both Speed Booster and Power Bombs early unlocks a lot of the station. Autumn not going further into 6. I think that's wise. She has access to like 2 other sectors to check. Or is she just gonna save and then keep going? Who knows? No, she's leaving. Oh, yeah, okay, enemies hurt a lot in this game. Jagger was 7 health. So scary. Oh, Autumn going to main deck. Yes, this is correct. Power bombs opens up the reactor core and a couple of other checks on the main deck. So going here is smart. She's gonna check animals? No, she's gonna save animals for later, when she inevitably has to save them, because the force is saving the animals, guys.
That's
There's a scene
currently.
Yeah. I trust, I believe. Of course everyone wants to save the animals, it's the right thing to do. Yeah, there's only a single item up at the animals area. It's usually like, it tends to not be a very efficient check, but who knows? Jagger picking up supers, and then he's gonna quickly go pick up plasma beam, which he knows where it is, and then I think he's just gonna leave too and try to catch up to Autumn. Autumn going down into reactor core. This area is also pretty scary. With plasma and charge is not that bad, but there are pirates here, and the pirates do a lot of damage and are pretty tough. Plasma and supers is a good pick up. There's one more check in this room she can look at before getting to the actual boss here. which she is for sure not going to fight. Yeah, that's a powerbomb. Powerbomb tank, not interested. Recent save. When is the save? Is this out of exit of sector 6? Jagger is picking up his plasma beam again, this time with a healthy amount of power bombs, so he shouldn't get stuck another time. Yeah, okay, Autumn just giving up on main deck completely. I guess that there was only one more. It was only animals she could have checked as well. Otherwise, she did look at everything. Now, Jagger able to escape Sector 2, while Autumn is entering Sector 4. There is one item down here on the right of Autumn. You can sort of see it at the corner of the screen by doing it the way Autumn did, instead of going down there to actually look at it. It was a powerbomb tank, so she's gonna not grab that. That's an E-tank. There's one other item in this room. A missile tank. Jagger thinking about where to go. With power bombs, you have a lot of options. Going into 4, okay. So Jagger is going into 4, but he does not have speed booster. This means getting out of here is kind of tricky. You need to... there's a crab you need to freeze on the wall to get enough height to bomb the blocks that are blocking you from going in. While Autumn with speed booster can just lower the water level the way you would in the normal game and just run out. But Jagger's a professional gamer, he knows how to do this. Oh, Autumn finding another major. Oh, Ice Beam. So this is not technically an upgrade you get in the game normally. You get it like right at the end as a part of a scripted event, but it's been added as a normal item in Randomizer. Ice Beam is kind of... it's a bit weird. It's almost annoying sometimes because it just freezes enemies instead of killing them in certain situations. Having freeze effect is nice, but she already had ice missiles, so she didn't really need that. Checking the ouch hole, nothing there, just an E-tank. Now Dagger's going up the same path, trying to find Ice Beam as well. Oh, missing the panel. Okay, yeah, Autumn lowering water level. She needs to do this to be able to speed boost her out. And there's also a couple of items here. A missile tank. Oh, Autumn trying to not grab the missile tank because grabbing it costs time, but failing. I'm gonna try to do a fancy Shank Spark to get out of here. If you Shank Spark really close, that was close. If your Shank Spark really close to the ground, you can go under all of this and not have the speed booster. Autumn resetting. So she just... Ice Beam wasn't good enough and there was nothing else in force. She just decides to not even... have anything in there. So she's going further into 6 now? Okay. What are her options? Is that the only thing you can do? She could go into sector 3, but she's just going to go into a deeper 6. It's fair. There are a couple of good checks there, but like I said, it is scary. Those blue X's hurt a lot. With power bombs and speed boosters, she could check Looser Highway, but decides not to. Pretty lengthy to just check what it is. Oh, accidental diagonal spark from Autumn. I'll find some major. Oh, that's very... that's so mean. So, like I said, Sector 6 is very scary unless you have Varia suit, and the randomizer decided to put Varia inside of Sector 6. Very mean play. And now Jagger has to, in order to get out of 4, he has to seize this crab on the wall here. At a specific height. That should be good. Autumn fighting another major. Oh, normal bombs. Oh, that's more of a relief than anything. I don't, at this point, they don't unlock anything, but it is soft lock protection. It helps if you, as we saw Jagger do earlier, like run out of power bombs. It's very handy to just have normal bombs. A Zero Mission Rando exists. It's been out longer than the Fusion Rando. That's, you can find that as well if you go search for, yeah. Jagger now entering Sector 6. He's gonna find his speed booster, and we'll see if he also goes further into 6 to get Varian bombs. So now that Autumn has Varia suit, she can just absorb these blue X's, and they are actually a good thing for you rather than something really, really scary. So for example, the room Autumn's going through right now is terrifying without Varia. You can get through it, but you're gonna take a lot of damage. Jagger finding his speed booster. I think Autumn's just gonna leave 6 at this point. She could have checked Booster Highway still, which is on the right there, but understandable to not do it. It's a long check. And now I think the only place Autumn could go is Sector 3, really. Jagger leaving right after getting speed. Interesting, not thinking about where to go. Jagger going to 3? Aw. This is interesting because Autumn's checked a lot of spots and found... No, I don't want to say nothing, but like nothing useful, really. And Jagger, by pure chance, goes the correct way while Autumn has exhausted her options before going here. And they're gonna unlock green doors at virtually the same time. Okay, Jagger checking this items first. It's a powerbomb tank. So in a way, they're very close, but Autumn has so much more information about where things are. Jagger doesn't have normal bombs, but they're not necessary. With power bombs and high jump, he should be fine to do anything normal bots can do. With green doors, you open up access to the 2 remaining sectors, which was 5 and 1, I believe, are the 2 sectors that are left. Also open up the rest of Sector 3. That's an energy tank. Oh, interesting. Autumn has different enemies there. That has to be triggered by maybe Varia. Autumn deciding to take the energy tank. He wants to stay safe. And let's see if we see our runners fight Box. I think Box is excluded from the bug where bosses don't have items, because the quote-unquote item ad box isn't actually on the boss fight, it's the data room next to it. So we might see them fight box. But no, they're both running away. Jagger going down the red tower. This is also a bit scary without Varia, but yeah, I'm sure he'll manage. Jagger's no stranger to doing scary things. You need a freeze effect or a shine spark to get up there. There we go. And Autumn fighting Wave Beam. Wave Beam is actually really annoying. Normally you would have Wide Beam. Oh, Jagger is in... It's bad. Still goes. Oh, I'm mesmerized by Jagger trying not to die. Neither of these are injured. Oh, he's fine. Oh, he wasn't energy tank. Okay. So that's what I was saying. You would usually have Wide Beam before getting Wave Beam in the normal game. But in the randomizer, obviously you can get things out of order. And having Wave Beam without Wide in randomizer right now it follows a weird design path, and it like often just doesn't hit anything. It is really annoying. Wave was at I don't remember the name, after the long heated corridor in Sector 3 on the way to the left connector. And Autumn going into 5. Jagger is fighting a box, okay. Get the gay. Get some cat jams from Jagger sound. Meanwhile, Autumn getting the top item. Oh, Jagger finding missile data. That is an increase of 10 damage over his current damage, but it's not amazing. It's nice to have though. Jagger Autumn checking a single item in 5, not being anything she wants and then leaving. Oh, and Jagger finding diffusion. So Jagger has full missiles now, a full set of all the missile upgrades. And a pincher tank. Autumn going to sector 1. Where's Autumn going? Oh, alright, she's taking this path. Yeah, you can do this because she opened the green doors. So I kept thinking that you need gravity to do this, but you don't. Missile tank. Jag also finding wave. I didn't quite see what was on up there by Autumn, but it wasn't a major, I'm pretty sure. And Jagger resetting out of 3. Did not want wave. Understandable. Like I said, wave is really annoying. It's more problem than it's worth. There are a couple of checks locked behind wave, but there are not many. There's like 2. Yeah, no, having wave beam is bad. Oh, Autumn finding another major. Space jump. Oh, the irony of having space jump at Davy's first wall jump. Yeah, and Jagger very famously despises space jump. He really doesn't want to have space jump ever. And in this case, since we already have high jump, space jump is not technically required. Usually There are a couple of checks that require space, but again, not very many. You mostly just need a jump item to beat the game, and he has high. Autumn using her wave beam to do Sector 1 backwards. This is one thing that you can do only if you have wave beam. Oh, nice double from Autumn. One-shotting the core. And Jagger going to check the main tank items that Autumn did not, so we can see indeed this is anything interesting. Okay, it's just a missile tank in the well. And just a missile tank at animals. Autumn's gonna try a slightly tricky Shine Spark here. Check one item in the core room. No big deal. Just an energy tank. With that, Autumn resets out of 1. There's nothing good in 1. She got space jump. She's just gonna not have space. Oh, she's thinking. She's like, do I want space? Do I care? Oh, she's in 5. I guess she didn't save at the start of 1. Autumn going to Ripper Road. Check if there's anything before trying to do it. It's just a missile tank. Jagger's now going down to Reactor Core. Also gonna be disappointed to find that there's nothing there. Autumn is going to unlock yellow doors, I guess. Yeah, it seems like she's going to unlock yellow doors. It's not something you usually do in the randomizer. Generally, if you unlock a later security level, you unlock the lower ones. So if you would unlock level 4 doors, you would unlock level 3 doors. And level 3 doors don't open up that much. So most of the time you would go to 4s first and then eventually come back here when you've done that. But sometimes you end up having to do this. She actually can't unlock 4s yet because she doesn't have gravity. She needs gravity to do that. There's also finding a major. Oh, wide beam. That's very nice. Usually, you don't really need a lot of ammo. So grabbing items that you know aren't majors is just a waste of time. You get a lot of ammo in this game anyway. So not grabbing them is just too slow. Wide beam is pretty nice. Wide beam again doesn't unlock anything, but it makes wave beam not terrible, and it just increases damage a lot, especially on the final fight. That is, I think that's correct, Nico. That yellow doors are only in Sector 5. Jagger finding space. Oh, right, yes. So now Sector 5 is broken. That's an interesting tidbit. So there are a couple of different ways to break. Sector 5 does break in the normal story of the game. But if the sector were just to be broken right away when you enter, you wouldn't be able to do the lower part of it normally. So the sector only breaks after a couple of criteria are met, and those are either having both Varia, gravity, and speed. That breaks the sector, or if you have Varia, speed, high jump, and wave beam, I believe, because that lets you jump out of the water that comes up when it's broken, and unlock the yellow doors. Wave so that you can get out, so that you could go unlock yellow doors. No, wave. Yeah, there are like gates that require wave. Or you could break it by having screw attack and going through the secret connectors between sector. If you enter sector 5 through the secret connectors from the right, it will by default be broken always, because that connector doesn't exist otherwise. Interestingly, if you enter certain rooms, if you break it that way, it will unbreak again and be fine. Oh, Autumn. Autumn absorbing the X that she's supposed to freeze. She's missing space jump now, huh? Deciding not to take space jump and biting her in the ass. Oh, it's just a missed tank. Oh. I'm not sure why she decided to freeze that second record. This is not an E-tank, this is a fake E-tank enemy. The actual item is, which is gravity. What a spot for gravity. Wow, okay. Well, with gravity, that puts Autumn almost in go mode. She needs to, I mean, it's debatable. She needs to open red doors. And you can consider... You can say it's go mode after you open red doors, or you can technically say it's go mode already because she can open red doors. But yeah, she has everything she needs now. She doesn't need to find any other items. No, it's Knight. This is a seed from Zeke. A lot of people who can roll really disgusting seeds in this community. Yeah, so Autumn probably just gonna go to... Actually, I think she'll be fine, but Autumn's only way of escaping Sector 4 is by cheesing out of there with the bent missile. And I'm not sure how comfortable Autumn is doing. She should be fine, but I think... Because she doesn't have screw and she doesn't have diffuse. Oh no, she has wave. No, she reset after ice beam, so she doesn't have wave ice either. Meanwhile, Jagger going back into 6. Finally decides to check the rest of 6, which we know has Varia suit. Which we by now also know is required because yellow doors were required. Oh, Jagger just going through this room with a Varia. What a boss. For just a missile tank. Now he has to go back out of here. Oh, Jagger! Oh. Okay, he's fine. I think he's fine, yeah. Spooky. That room is terrifying. Meanwhile, Autumn opened level 4 doors. I was entranced by Jagger's suicidal attempt to get the missile tank. So by now, Autumn is definitely in go mode, and she needs to just leave and beat the final boss. But I guess she will also be saving the animals. Is that correct?
That is where we're at currently. There, I will double check. But yes, I do believe right now, if nothing else changes, which again, chat, that one's up to you. We are at save the animals at $212 compared to kill the animals at $161. But again, chat, you're the ones who are making that decision.
Autumn fell down. Oh, this room is weird without space, but doable. Yeah, we're gonna see Autumn quickly have to scam out of here. So there's a weird thing with missiles in this game that when you move, the missiles also have that movement applied to them. So you can sort of shoot a missile and move with it to like make it go further horizontally than it would normally. And if you do that at a correct angle right here, you can hit the thing exactly as Autumn did and get out without having to have diffusion. Meanwhile, Jagger is doing bomb jumping to get to this one item in 6. When he has Ice Beam, it ends up just being a missile tank. Autumn stopping to think. Yes, Autumn, you are in go mode.
All right, well, with Autumn in go mode, that officially locks us into saving the animals. Chat, thank you all so much for those donations. I'm going to go ahead close that on out, but we do have one other randomizer bid war for right ahead of us. If you'd like to pick the boss sprite for Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, you can either have a silly boss or a stylish boss. Again, that one is up to you. Thank you all so much for all of your wonderful donations. We do appreciate it.
And Autumn is taking the detour to save animals. Our dear friends. Oh, she must have jump extend a little bit, but then easy backup to get up here. And there they are, taking their sweet time. Oh, this is a big point of RNG in normal running. It's random how long they take to move out of the door. So Autumn with almost full beam, and does she have full? No, she doesn't have diffusion. Yeah, she has almost full missiles, but she's gonna be able to do the stun lock on SCX, where you can freeze it and then shoot a charge beam and then freeze it again, which does a lot more damage than fighting it normal, quote unquote normally. Because plasma beam does damage per frame it's inside an enemy, but if you don't freeze the SAX, it only hits once. So by freezing it, you actually do a lot more damage. That's the SAX. Autumn also doing diagonal shots, which increase the surface area of the plasma beam, dealing more damage. Oh, Autumn. Okay. Yeah, we talk big about not needing ammo or energy tanks, but the SAX hurts. If you miss a shot or two, it fights back. Jagger finding his wide beam. Which, while nice, is probably not what he was looking for right now. He's looking for progression. Oh, Autumn. Scaring me. Okay, she's... Oh, she's still freezing? Okay. Oh, okay, it's down. With that, she has to fight the Cursed Hornode. Easily dispatched with Plasma Beam. Be careful, Autumn. Oh no, again. I would say this is the point where Jagger catches up, but he is still running around in... Oh, Jagger finding another major. Excellent, yes. So both Screw Attack and Gravity were locked by yellow doors. It's perfect. So these are both items you kind of need to... Oh no, yeah. So with Screw Attack, a lot of other things open up, and Jagger is now gonna go on a wild riot to try and find Gravity Suits, which we know is in Sector 5. He just didn't check the item. So I wanted to say that Jagger had a chance to catch up with Autumn having a couple of deaths, but Jagger has a lot of checks he can do now. So he is probably a ways off from getting to Gravity. Is Jagger going to check Turian? It's very on brand for Jagger to go to Turian. That's a check that opens up with Screw Attack in Sector 1. Okay, grabbing railings and ceiling is very awkward with Screw too. The game is just weird about you having Screw with no space jump. Like you have to manually unspin to grab bars. Oh, Jagger is going to... What a champion. To be fair, if Gravity is down here, this is a really big brain play to make. And at this point, he might think he's so far behind Autumn that the only way he would win is if Grav was in a cursed spot like here. Which is not a bad thing to think. See if Autumn can do the low high chance break. Oh, almost. The strat pioneered by herself to do that without Screw Attack. Here we have the Omega Metroid. Omega Metroid hits pretty hard if he gets... Oh, okay, she's fine. Just barely. No, that always puts you to 1 HP and being silly. Getting the quick kill on Omega is actually really hard without, like, with the beam setup that Autumn has. She's probably gonna have to take this a bit slowly. Yeah, Jagger checking all the items in Varian, finding there's nothing there. And that is it for Autumn. We just have to wait for the ship to appear.
GG.
GG's. GG, Autumn out of habit. I think this was a good showcase of what the randomizer is capable of. It's sufficiently cursed. Sometimes the randomizer seats can be very straightforward. This one had you go all over the place. It was nice.
Let me see. I should be able to get Autumn in here to talk with us. There we go.
Oh yes. Hello, Autumn.
Hey, how's it going?
So how did you enjoy the seed?
You know, the seed was pretty good. It was... I'm glad I decided to go back for those couple checks in Sector 5.
Uh-huh.
I got my that's never happened before moment today, too.
Oh, really? What was that?
I've never failed the stun lock on the SAX such that it shoots me every time.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Like, that had to be technically difficult to get it to shoot me every single time.
Oh, and Jagger just found gravity.
Yeah,
you
I
want to know?
found gravity, and I was like, I don't know how to feel about this because I don't know who would check this location. But also, like, I did all of Sector 1 for no reason. I did all of Sector 4 for no reason.
Yeah. Jagger checked the Ridley area for no reason.
Ah, I never found Screw Attack, which probably saved me.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Screw Attack was in the, I don't remember what it's called, the room with the 2 yellow doors at the start of Sector 5.
Oh, okay. The one with the Guru bits in it?
Yeah.
Ha! I never thought to check for that because I was in go mode, so I was going.
Yeah, so Jagger went there first after unlocking yellow doors, found the screw, and then went to Ridley.
You know, there easily could have been a world in which I would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah, I know.
And poor Jagger, he hates having to get... No, he probably skipped Space Jump anyway.
No, he actually kept Space Jump. I was surprised. He got Space Jump, and I was expecting him to reset.
Yeah, it turns out this takes a little bit longer whenever you're not looking at a spoiler log the whole time.
Yeah,
Who knew?
shocker.
Working on getting the stream pulled up so that I can see what Jagger's up to.
Yeah, Jagger is just now going into the nightmare area.
Yeah, of course I got the marathon nerves in the final boss gauntlet. I was afraid I was going to die against the Omega even.
Yeah, fair. I mean, that beam combo is really awkward to deal Omega with. However, Jagger reset out of wave. He didn't want wave beam.
Yeah, I forget. I think I had gotten enough... But I think I had gotten enough progress that I was like, I have to keep it.
The west side of Sector 3.
Oh yeah, and I hadn't saved going into 3, so...
Yeah.
I was gonna have to go through, open my doors. I debated fighting Box and seeing what was gonna be in Data Room 3.
Do you want to know what's in Data Room 3?
Sure.
It is base missiles.
Oh, that's fun. I feel like it happens a lot with this version of the randomizer.
Having something in Data 3?
And having it be like base missiles specifically.
Yeah, I guess that does happen.
And it looks like nobody ever found where diffusions are, so... Oh, Jagger has screw, so he won't have to...
No, Jagger
Camp
found
his way
diffusion
out.
too. Diffusion were at the top of sector 3, above the box.
Ah,
Real quick, since Jagger is in go mode, would you like me to also move them up in here to talk? Is that okay with y'all?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
No, Jagger. Hey. How did you feel about this? How did you feel about that screw attack location?
I felt worse about that lack of red X location.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
We were mentioning, people were mentioning in chat that you could have gone to the Sazabi Idor.
I should have, but
Yeah,
I was
you should
sandwiched
have.
between bomb blocks.
there's also the blue Zora room directly below it.
No, there were bomb blocks to the left too. Yeah, you were just properly locked. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
fun.
was in P trap.
See, I went back...
Used my last.
I made a fun play, and I went back to check P-Trap. I had one power bomb left, or two left, so I got my way out, then went back in and power bombed into P-Trap, completely planning on it being nothing and me having to just back out.
I decided to use my last power bomb, so I did check the Ridley area. That was cool, I guess. There was nothing there. It's a good thing there was nothing there because I kind of knew going in that I had no way out because I need wave beam.
You don't have a wave. I forgot.
I found wave beam. I also
know.
found space jump, and I safe scummed both of them. I just did away with them.
What do
I
you mean?
save
You
scummed
still
out
have-
of Space Jump,
you
but
did.
I couldn't save scum out of Wave Beam.
I thought you kept space. Oh, I guess I'm not paying attention.
I went through sector 1. I did all of sector 1. I found space jump. That was in
Babies first.
baby's first wall jumps. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you both
I
found
was
space. And then...
right after the core, and I wanted to go back to the sector hub, so I just save quit. And
No, fair.
also wanted to get rid of space anyway, because who wants that? So I reset out of that.
Yeah, I did one before I found Screw Attack, fortunately. Actually, I never found Screw Attack.
It was in above the yellow doors.
No,
I
above
went
the
on a
yellow doors
journey.
was something else.
It was wide.
Oh,
Wide
that-
Beam, yeah.
that was wide.
Yeah, Fangs told me that
Oh yeah,
Screw was in
the
Mama
hallway?
Garubas.
Mama Garubas, yeah, that's the one. Good old Mama Garubas. I was actually considering doing an ice clip to bypass the yellow doors, but I just I decided to just open yellow doors instead. But you can't really do that with the Mama Garubas room because there's no way to get out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Let's hope you have better luck against this fight than I did. I somehow managed to lock it into shooting me every single time after I hit it with a missile. Which I've never managed before.
GG,
It's a first time for everything.
you did it. There's a double. Okay, I kind of figured out how to set up for 2 missiles with that.
You have...
Double missiles are hard on I-cores.
Oh, I guess you reset after you got diffusion too.
Yeah, missile data and diffusion were in upper sector
right.
3,
Yeah, you reset after that. Yeah.
and then I found wave beam. So
And then, yeah.
I was like, no, I don't need those extra missile upgrades. I got 20 or 30 damage. That's fine.
As long as you have supers, any other missile upgrades are optional.
Yeah, it looks like we ended up with almost the same loadout, except I didn't get screw attack, and I kept wave instead of ice.
I'm gonna do this just for you, Autumn.
Jagger's gonna have I was gonna say you're gonna have an easier time doing no high.
No, he's gonna try to use my setup.
Oh.
Which, I got
So
so far
sweet.
enough. I was just a little bit too high.
Yeah, I know.
And there we go, Jagger beating me at my own game once again. The one strat that I ever came up with.
I knew about that strat for a long time. It's just like it never really had a use when you have screw attack, you know.
Yeah, and if you're not playing randomizer, you're always going to have screw attack, so why would you ever do that? Because if you fail it, it's way slower.
You know what's nice? Not having wave beam. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that would be nice. I thought about going back for ice beam, but I couldn't remember which check-in for it was.
I was gonna say it would have been better.
Broken Bridge?
Yeah, Broken Bridge.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't have saved me enough.
So I like how the planet just magically disappears and reappears if you plant a power bomb. So
It's okay, the planet will
twice.
blow up soon.
Yeah.
This is a Metroid game after all. We can't play a Metroid game without blowing up a planet, even if we don't play on one.
Well, we found, at least I found, every single major item, including like opening every level hatch.
Nice. It was just that kind of seat.
Yeah, we got to show off where everything was, and of course, still underestimate, which is always good. And hey, if anyone watching likes Metroid Fusion, didn't know there's a randomizer, interested in finding it out, we have a lot of resources for it in the Metroid Fusion speedrunning Discord, which you can find from any of the Metroid Fusion leaderboard pages on speedrun.com. We have a whole section devoted just to randomizer, as well as plenty of people to help out, and some helpful maps if you can't figure out what half of the room names that we said mean. Don't worry, we don't know them either. We just made it up as we went along and eventually wrote it in a list.
See, it's convenient that I'm on commentary because I don't actually know the room names, so I just talk about what they look like.
Well, for example, Charge Beam is at 0C-09.
Oh yeah, of course.
Good
Yeah, the
name, right?
Classic.
Missile Data in Sector 3 Data Room. That's a really apt name for that room.
That one's pretty good. Can't blame that one.
But yeah, the current version of the randomizer just has the coordinate listings for all of the items in the spoiler log. So we just made a handy dandy sheet to just translate them all into memorable names that hopefully eventually you'll one day remember as you play. Because yeah, we, like Autumn said, we just made them up.
Well, thank you all so much for this absolutely wonderful randomizer race. Jagger, Autumn, Fangs, where can we find you all, like, streaming?
Just our regular, I believe their Twitch names are all just the way they're spelled on stream. And Dragon Fangs is Dragon Fangs, no spaces.
It's Dragon Fangs everywhere. You'd be surprised I managed to actually get that username. This is because I joined Twitch before it was called Twitch.
Yep.
Very old.
The olden times.
Yes.
That'll do it. Yeah, and if you want to check me out, I stream like once every quarter.
Yeah, it was back when it was called Justin TV, which is short.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure for Justin Timberlake Video. That's what I'm going with.
Probably, yeah, that makes sense.
That tracks. Well, thank you all so much. That was an absolutely wonderful race. Thank you all for it. We definitely do appreciate it. And of course, thank you for putting up that bid war that helped raise a lot for the Trevor project. But we are not done with Metroid just yet. We still have one more game in our Metroid block, which will be Super Metroid Gay Percent, run by Freya Spirit. But that, well, the Metroid block is not over. My time with y'all is unfortunately come to a close. But thank you all, chat, so much for making it a wonderful, cozy time, like you always do. I have 2 last donations to read out, and I'm very happy to get a chance to do so, because these are 2 people who I consider to be friends. First up, $25 from Neobari, saying good luck to Asuka and Dathis on their free Enterprise run, and $20 from Psychonaut that says, here's to some randomizer awesomeness from 2 of the best people I know for one of the best charities I know. Good luck, have fun, and may the numbers be kind. Just to give you one last little update there for free Enterprise, that leaves us with the stylish boss in the lead at $75 compared to $50 for the silly boss. Thank you all so much for donating for that incentive. It's something that is near and dear to my heart. Thank you all so much. This is it for me for today, but I will see you all tomorrow morning or afternoon, whatever time is a social construct. But I will see you tomorrow for Haven. Hope you all have yourselves a great time here at Winter Pride 2022.